Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Board HQ for today's pick and roll live stream. We're in the midst of the NBA conference finals across both conferences, and for today's show, we're going to be previewing both game twos while reacting to what we saw as well from game one. Along the way, we'll hear some picks from my co-host PipsNBA. So if you're ready to get started, make sure you do smash that like button. Let's try to drive up beyond 50 likes. Once again, 50 plus likes on today's stream. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with our playoff content. You're going to want to keep up to date with the playoff content because we had another winning day on the channel yesterday, but it has been a very winning season to go with it. Up 20 units, on the season, as you see in the title. 38.3K in volume for bets, but we're up 2,000 on the season. $100 unit sizes. We're up 20 units, 5.3% ROI, and that has only driven up quite a lot in the playoffs as well, Pips. Shaping up to be the most successful season in 3 years on the show. How you feeling?
Feeling great. Obviously, we could be a bit better with Nemhard. Unbelievable cover. It's a 2.3 unit swing.
Yeah.
Huge swing actually. Yeah, because it was minus 130. We actually got negative. I think I'm not sure, but I think we got like negative closing value on this. I don't know why. Probably people just seen last 10 games and then just decided, okay, we are going to bet it. Okay, so it actually closed at minus one, about 20 and a half. But throughout the day, after the show, couple of hours, I did check, and it went up to 22 and a half, and then returned and had a good closing line at the end. So some Twitter cappers moved it with big following, aka Alex Caruso, bet the over. But yeah, wild one. I
Yeah.
actually when I saw that it moved against us, I was like, okay. After the game, we can expect maybe it open up at the same spot so we can bet it again. But yeah, it opened at 20 and a half, some 19 and a half. So yeah, this is cooked.
Yeah. So D. Shifty points out here that he had 12 PRA with 4 minutes to go, and he was on 5 fouls. Ended regulation with 15 PRA. We needed the under 21.5. He gets 8 in overtime as the Pacers win game one.
Yep.
Let's start. Let's start on that game one because it's fresh in our minds. The ridiculous Halliburton buzzer beater. Premature choking celebration because he thought he had won the game, but he in fact had tied the game. Just a crazy bounce. It hung up forever, but beyond just that, that all came together from a very large comeback. Was it a 15-point comeback in the last 4 minutes or so?
I
Yeah.
think it was 14 with 250 left.
Yeah. I think you're right. So how did the Knicks lose this game? What the hell happened in the last few minutes?
Lazy offense, just wasting the clock, then not getting good looks. While on the other side, Pacers ran sets and had Aaron Nesmith. Like
Yeah.
it's that simple. He went nuclear. Like last couple of minutes, he made 6 threes in the fourth quarter. In the last 8 minutes. So yeah, they had yeah. Though I would say the looks were great. Most of the looks were wide open. So kind of collapse on defense by the Knicks, and on the offense, I hate that like kind of offense. Like you are up, you're 14. Okay, you're going to waste some time, but then milking the shot clock and getting horrible look. Yeah.
Yeah, even when you're running the clock, I say it a lot. A good shot with 10 seconds left in the shot clock is better than a bad shot with 0 seconds. Now, obviously, if there's 10 seconds left on the game clock as well, that's different because you'll milk the entire clock. Well, like 3 minutes left, you still need to score. You still need to play offense, and you just continue to play your game. It's difficult in that moment, in such a nervy moment to think of that way, but like that's how it should be. You still need to be able to play your actual offense, or at least a certain semblance of your actual offense. This game, once again, go ahead.
I just want to say, like, again, the game where Pacers were down so much and they just continue rolling with their offense. Like they didn't kind of force threes like Vetter. Like they were getting open looks because they were running set actions. They were executing like the pin downs for Neesmith who was hot, pick and pop with Neesmith who was hot. Like they were just ruthlessly going, just going, keeping going with going with organized offense. Like and also having Halliburton to run the pace is kind of he's great at it.
Oftentimes teams that are chasing a game will just divert to more iso ball, just put the ball in the hands of your best player, hope for the best. But the Pacers have proven that's also not the way to execute in the clutch on the other end of things. This is another game in the playoffs that has been a team has made a comeback against a team that has fouled up three. So up three, they commit a foul to send the player to the line. Therefore, the team at the line cannot tie the game. In this instance, it was Neesmith at the line, and then other way, OKC. OG Anunoby gets fouled and misses one, which makes it a 2-point game, which allows for Tyrese Halliburton to tie it up at the buzzer with his foot on the line for two. Another question here. I mean, people will bring up the debate again. Do you think that fouling while up three is the right way to play in the clutch?
I don't know. Looks. I would like to point that you need to have a great fit of shooters. I don't think OG Anunoby is one. Like he's kind of 76% for career. Like that's not great. Then you have Josh Hart on the court, 75% free throw shooter. So yeah, I don't know. Like Towns obviously is a great free throw shooter with 83 for big. That's really good. And you have Brunson who is also kind of good. So if you are unable to get the ball to your best free throw shooters, it's not great. Like if I had a team that I know, like I get three options that are kind of 85% or more for from the line, and I can get the ball to them, then sure. But if you get the ball to like OG Anunoby, who is 75%, that's not great.
I still see the value in fouling up three, but there's got to be that's got to be like the last possession type of thing. Like I wouldn't do it when
Yeah,
there's still there was still time for Halliburton to try and get to the rim and then backpedal and get out to the 3-point line. Like if there's 5 seconds left, last shot, I think that's a little bit different. Foul there, the other
yeah.
team doesn't really have any time to generate a good shot for their
And
final shot when they
also,
do get the ball back.
Aaron Nesmith is 91% from the free throw
So
line
yeah,
this season.
maybe not fouling that guy
Yeah. I
either.
mean, probably like who should be the option? Like Siakam, probably. Like he's 73%. Yeah, I will
Yeah.
definitely look to following Siakam and probably Miles Turner, but maybe even Nemhard. I don't know. Don't looks like yeah he's 79. So those are the ones like you can foul and then hope they don't they
Yeah.
miss or
And,
like.
and then when you
But
have the
then
ball, you need to get it to Brunson.
yeah,
Sometimes easier said than done, but
yeah.
easy to say in hindsight there. Let's jump into things for the upcoming games now. We'll start off with the Western Conference game, which is happening tonight. Obviously, OKC takes a 1-0 series lead into Game 2 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Game 1, pretty rough first half from both teams. It was a bit disguised by Minnesota just hitting everything from three, or Julius Randle, rather, hitting everything from three. OKC, though, despite not playing very well, were only down, I think it was by 4 at halftime. So it didn't really hurt them.
Yeah.
Second half, they kicked on a little bit. Lots of questions surrounding the calling of fouls for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, which have been there all season. By the way, SGA named NBA MVP the other day, so unfortunately we lost our tenth of a unit bet on Jokic to win MVP. But on Game 1, what did you learn about the teams in this series? Minnesota hit every three, but still couldn't take a good lead in the first half.
Yeah. Just recalling the game in my head. I would say the problem with the Wolves is they don't let them get to the rim. and then they are okay with them shooting like kind of open threes, but closely contested threes when like late closeouts. So yeah, I think they kind of got to them to play their how they want them to play. Like I think Edwards had like 7 paint touches on drives, while on the other side we had like Shea with like close to 30, like 28 or something. So yeah, that's very different. And yeah, they missed a lot of shots from the three. Like the I'll just open up just to see from that game numbers so that I don't misspeak on this. But yeah, looking at this, uh, Wolves had 51 3-point attempts and only 32 attempts from two. So that's like 70% of their shots were 65 to 70% of their shots were threes, and that's what Thunder are okay to like. That's what they want. On the other side, the entire Thunders shot 21 threes in the entire game, which is like 30 less attempts from three, but they got to the rim and got to the free throw line, and yeah, that's about it. And also similar stuff to the game 7 against the Denver. They just turned live turnovers, live ball turnovers
Yeah.
where the Thunder are like machine running the transition after it, and also shooting a lot of threes and missing those threes gives them the long rebounds, and they just rush the pace and score in transition. So I think yeah,
So
they
yeah.
need to take care of the ball more, and some threes needs to be falling.
So part of the Thunder's game plan has been forcing these turnovers, and it's not just forcing them because in this game, the Minnesota Timberwolves they turned the ball over 19 times. OKC turned it over 15 times, but OKC scored 31 points off of those 19 turnovers. Minnesota, scored 10 points off of those 15 turnovers. So OKC want to steal the ball in open court, as you said, and they want to move. They want to get down to the other end. So that's part of the game plan. So Minnesota's got to be a little bit more diligent with keeping the ball. I mean, you could say about any team that's played the Thunder, it's difficult too, but they have to be.
Also, Nasri, Dante DiVincenzo, and Nikhil Alexander Volker shot 5 from 29 behind the 28. 5 from 28 behind the 3-point line. And I would say out of those 28, I would say 15 plus were wide open. So,
Yeah, Randall didn't go 5 of 6 from 3 in the first half. This it was an ugly game from 3 anyways. They still shot less than 30%, but Randall also shot 5 of 6 and they still couldn't keep a good percentage there.
But you can say that for Caruso, who was 3 from 3, and Kendrick Williams, who was 2 from 2, and Chet, Kendrick, and Caruso went 6 from 6. So it's kind of they need to get to drive with more urgency. Edwards kind of fucked up his ankle in the first half and was extremely passive in the second half. I don't know. I hope it's not serious, but he needs to drive to the rim much with urgency. Like not just drive to create a wide open three. Drive to get to the rim or get to the free throw line. We've seen him do that. We know that he can do it even against doubles, against blitzes, against all kinds of stuff. So he needs to be that guy. Like Shea is that guy. Like you can talk about his flopping. That's definitely a thing. Like he's flopping. He's searching for contact. It's annoying to watch, but Edwards needs to go inside. Like you can talk about it all day, but as I said earlier, 7 drives from Ant and 28 from Shea. That's it. Like that's where the difference is. So yeah. Also not big swing was also getting foul trouble on Rudy Gobert, on Mike Daniels, and everyone else. Like that's also a big thing for this team.
Let's go to game 2 then. So there, what we learned from game 1. Now game 2. You said you wanted to kind of feel this series out a little bit before thinking about betting on something. But game 2 here, Oklahoma favored by 7.5 points. minus 295. The money line over under here of 216. Is there anything that you're looking at? Anything you are trying to maybe find an edge with for this game?
Oh yeah. So probably going with Dante DiVincenzo, points, rebounds, and assists. He's shooting horrible in the series and can't do much about it. Like tough to bet on the guy that can make any shots. But the looks were great for most of the time. So he ended up with 14 field goal attempts. Okay, I first need to say the bet. The bet is over 15 and a half points, rebounds, and assists. Minus 118 FanDuel. That's probably like widely available. Like minus 120, minus 118 is good to go.
Okay, yeah, 118. Trying to look through here. All right. Donnie DiVincenzo over 15.5 point triple assist minus 118 at FanDuel. That'll be
Yeah. So
first bet of the day.
So 16. So if you look at the games in the playoffs this season where he played 20 plus minutes, he's covered this in 5 out of 9, averaging 16.9. But just take a look at the his shooting. Like he shot below 30% in almost every game. If you take a look in the games where he shot above 30%, just 30%, just above 30%. He hit this over in 3 out of 3 games. If you take a look, in the playoffs so far, his usage was average 18%, which is kind of the same throughout the entire regular season. Against the OKC last game, he had a 21% usage. If you take a look at the entire season, when he is playing between 22 to 32 minutes, he played 30 in the last game. So from 22 to 32 minutes with usage between, let's say, 16. Let's be conservative here, like between 16 and 24% only on the entire season. He is over this line in 30 out of 36 game with 19.6 points, rebounds, and assist average. Looking at the games with Edwards, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert, Naz Reid, McDaniels. So when they were all healthy, also kind of Conley, doesn't change anything. Like he is still over in 83% of the time and had 19.3 points, rebounds, and assist average. Let's exclude horrible teams defending wise and look only about against teams who are above average in defense. This average remains the same, over in 10 out of 13, averaging 19.5, exactly the same. So this kind of usage in this kind of minutes should put his points, rebounds, and assists in 18 to 20 range. And looking at the last game, he had 3 rebounds and assists, but he had 13 rebounds and assist chances. So he had only 1 rebound on 7 rebounding chances, only 2 assists on 6 rebound chances. So he converted there poorly as well. But he scored 9 points while he shot 3 for 14. He attempted 14 field goal attempts. He should be able to clear this line only by points when you are attempting 14 field goal attempts. So I don't know. Like it's tough to bet on someone who is constantly shooting poorly, but getting this kind of volume is actually insane, and he is better than this.
All right, so hopefully step up from Dante DiVincenzo for the over 15.5 point rebounds and assists. Best price we got here for is minus 118 at FanDuel. Also, some minus 120 available. And speaking of FanDuel, they are presenting sponsor here on the Board YouTube channel. And with the conference finals in full swing, if you think you know how it's all going to go down, then make those predictions pay off each game with FanDuel. Just build your perfect parlay, activate the promo boost available that day, and lock in your bet. If it hits, that's a bigger payout for you at no extra cost. So for today, we have the Thursday NBA Profit Boost token, which you can add on again for that bigger payout at no extra cost. So don't be a spectator this postseason. Head to FanDuel.com/board to download America's #1 sportsbook and make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. but must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas and affiliation with Kansas Star Casino or 18 plus and present in DC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. All right. That's the Western Conference. Let's go to the Eastern Conference. We've got the Indiana Pacers up 1-0 in New York, looking to make it a 2-0 series, and they are 5.5 points underdogs on the spread, plus 190. We have minus 230 for the Knicks, who are favored in this one. How do you think this game will go? Will the Knicks even up the series here?
They should. They should definitely. But I don't know. Like they looked tired late into the game. They look gassed in the overtime, which is, I don't know, weird.
It's tough to run with the Pacers. They're
Yeah.
fast. They run a lot.
From the series where we're like thrown in the mud, very slow pace, to the series where you play against different beasts, as I said last time. Like different, they just run at you. They don't care. They know their stuff. They know their set actions, and they are doing it. And if it's a good shot to open at 5 seconds into the possession, they are taking it. So yeah, they definitely look tired. Brunson was playing his bully ball. They didn't create great looks. Like it was Brunson playing bully ball, and when he got to the overtime, he was tired. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, first game, tough to predict, and it went exactly like that. The Knicks were up 15, 16 points on the fourth, and the Pacers came up with a win. Like tough to predict series, definitely.
For sure. Betting wise, is there anything that you're going to look at here?
Yeah, we are going to do the same thing. Like we are going to bet Towns 20 plus, 10 plus, 2 plus for like just a starter for this, and then we can move up to the second part of the bet.
So sorry, you want Towns 20 plus, 10 plus, 2 plus?
Yeah, similar,
Start?
same as same as the last time.
Okay, so 20 plus points, 10 plus rebounds for Towns, and 2 plus assists. This was the base of the previous big SGP that we had.
Yep. And I'm just looking at something for. I think Halliburton had absolutely amazing looks for the entire game. So we are going to do Halliburton 15 plus points with 2 threes, because he is getting.
So 15 plus points for Tyrese Halliburton and 2 plus threes for him will give us, let's see, plus 295 odds at FanDuel. Again, I spoke about earlier the NBA Profit Boost token for Thursday available, so you can bump this number up as well. So we go with this, 5 legs.
Yep. Looking at the Halliburton, just Towns, I did it last game, and I think it's self-explanatory again. It went over easily. Looking at Halliburton, last game he had 23 field goal attempts. They were playing single coverage against him and letting him to get at Towns in pick and rolls. So yeah, tough typing out.
Sorry. Sorry, I usually mute myself. Sorry.
Yeah. So looking at the Halliburton on the screen, 23 field goal attempts last game. When he gets 15 plus this season, he covered this in every single game. We can look at he covered the 15 plus points in every single game. It play 15 or more field goals, and I don't think it changes much. He scores most of his points as a pick and roll ball handler. In the regular season, Knicks allowed the most points to opposing pick and roll ball handler. Changed a bit in the playoffs, but not much. They're still allowing third most and the most out of any team that's left. So yeah, and Halliburton still scores most of his points in the pick and rolls. So that's there. And second part is Halliburton threes. This time I'll look into the games where he shot 8 or more threes. Then he covered this in 37 of 39. Last game he shot. Uh, if you look at the playoffs, he covered this in 42 or 44. Last game he shot 12 threes, and the game winner or game tire was, I will also consider it a three, even though the foot was on the line. So he shot 13 threes in that game. Just unbelievable volume, and I think it kind of remains the same because I don't think they change much. They are playing Towns in deep drop coverage, and out of picks, Halliburton is wide open.
All right. So as I said, plus 295 for this SGP here on FanDuel. And that'll be the second official play of the day. So let's keep things going here. We'll go to the chat. Go ahead.
About Towns' assist, yeah, he had two in the first quarter, but I think they missed two layups later on his assist. One Nobi missed transition, wide open one. Yeah, I mean, it's the highest priced one part of this semi-game parlay, but I do think he covers it. He had 5 potential assists, and when he gets 5 potential assists, he's covering this in like 90% of the time. So I just think the game will go that way. Also, they were second half started doing doubles on more doubles on Branson, so they will play through cut more through Towns more. That's it.
All right. Let's go to the chat then. Answer some questions that we have for today. First of all, we have, how about J-Dub under 21 and a half points at 1.8 odds. It's like minus 123 or 4, I think.
Minus 125.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think this is an easy one. Everyone else has 20 and a half as a sharp line, I would say. He did get more touches in the second half, but I don't think that helps him score. So yeah, I think this could be a usage-wise. He was at he's like it's insane. He had 23, 22, 22, 23, 25. Like he's just always in the same range between 28 and like 21 and a half percent usage. I'll even go like to 27 probably looking at these games. And then if you do 30 plus minutes, 32 plus minutes at 21 and a half, he's there, but we need to check the games against teams who are good on defense, and then it's 50-50, averaging 20 points. Against the Wolves, he had 20, 18, 27, and 19. So at 21 and a half, I will lean under definitely.
All right. Lean towards the under there. How about Naz Reid over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists at 1.9 odds? Said he had 16 PRA with 1 of 11 shooting in game 1. It's from Shelko.
8 rebounds on 10 rebounding chances, 4 assists on 6 potential assists. So kind of did better than expected on these. Over 6.5 rebounds and assists is also probably a good bet. Overall, over on 17.5. Usage was at 21%. That should be more than enough to cover. Let's look at the minutes. Look at the points. And when he played big 28 minutes, don't think that's a usual thing. But between 22 and 30 minutes with usage in that range, like let's say 24, 16 to 24, that's there. He was covering this line like a lot this season, but we need to look at the games where he played good teams, and then it looks a bit worse. I will say when he was playing against top 10 teams, he covered this only in 5 out of 9. But looking at points, rebounds, and assists, he did cover in 6 out of 9. But Randall was out in some of these, I think, or Gobert. So yeah, I think this is a good lean. Not something like it's not something like great, but
Okay,
he won't
good
shoot
lean
1 for
there.
10. He won't shoot 1 from 10 definitely, but he won't get 12 rebounding and assists as well.
Right. Turk Blast points out that Andrew Nemhard under 21.5 PRA has become available in some spaces. What would you need to bet this, Pips?
It's actually widely available now somehow, 21
Yeah.
and a half.
So I see minus 125 available.
Couple spots. I will bet this. Oh, definitely, I will bet this. This is a thanks for sharing. When I was looking, it was 19 and a half at some spots and 20 juiced for under. So we are going back to this.
Do you want to add this for the show?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go Andrew Nemhard under 20.5 point Jones assists once again, minus 125. There is minus 120 available, not as widely available, so we'll play the minus 125 number. Same handicap as last game, right?
Yep. Yeah. He covered this by 2. Again, 6 from 10 from the field, 2 from 3 from threes, tough threes. Yeah. Waiting for variants to some negative regression for his shooting, because it just keeps going. Like, but I don't think it's sustainable at all. Like, okay, he now has a decent sample size of shooting like that. So he has now at 28 games where he combined for 50% from the 3. That's so he shot 53 out of 106. That's decent sample size for threes, but still he's not shooting 50% from the field. From the 3. He was 29 in the entire regular season, and even more attempts. Is he taking a step up in the playoffs? Sure, definitely, but still, if I need him to shoot 50% to cover this line from 3, I'm okay with it. There is more. He's more likely to shoot less.
All right, so I mean, Pips opened the show by saying he wants to play this, but it's not the number he wants. Now it is. So going to add it on to the show. That'll be the third official bet of the day, and that'll be how we wrap up the show. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure you smash that like button. Help get us to 50 plus likes on today's show. Once again, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. And for more content from the Hammer, check out the Circles Off HQ channel. We have another Circle Back episode dropping tomorrow with myself alongside Chris Dierkes, Joey Kniss, Jeff Nadeau. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. All right, here it is from our show here today. 20 plus units on the season. Let's look to keep things going and finish strong. First of all, we're going to play Dante DiVincenzo over 15.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We got that minus 118 at FanDuel. Minus 120 was also available for that one. It may have dropped as well. Somebody pointed out in chat, maybe minus 114 now. Next up, we have Karl Anthony Towns, 20 plus points, 10 plus rebounds, 2 plus assists. Once again, going with that part of the big SGP, which won in game 1. But instead of Brunson this time, we're going to add Tyrese Halliburton, 15 plus points and 2 plus threes. We got that for plus 295 at FanDuel with opportunity to boost that as well. Finally, we have in the same game, like I said, Andrew Nemhard under 21.5 PRA, minus 125 available, but also some better prices you can shop around in your region. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. That'll be it from us for this week. No show tomorrow and no shows on the weekend. We hope to see you again very, very soon for more from Pick and Roll presented by FanDuel.